I want you to ask something before we get into this, and I really want you to think about it. When you walk into a room, any room, how do you feel? Do you feel like you belong there? Do you feel like people notice you when you enter? Do you feel at home in your own body, in your own presence? Or do you feel like you're slightly shrinking, like slightly apologizing for existing, like you're waiting for permission to take up space? Because here's the thing, the most magnetic, radiant women, the ones who walk into a room and something just shifts, they're not necessarily the most beautiful, they're not the loudest, they don't have the most followers or the most money or the perfect life. What they have is a completely different relationship with themselves, a completely different way of thinking. And it comes down to 5 mindset shifts that most women have never been taught. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. So get comfortable, grab something warm, and let's get into it. Hey, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Alexia. I make videos about feminine energy, mindset, and becoming the most magnetic, radiant version of yourself. If that sounds like your thing, subscribe, stick around. I think you're gonna love it here. Okay, let's get into the 5 shifts. The first mindset shift is one that completely changed how I move through my days. And it sounds almost too simple, but once you feel the difference, you cannot go back. It's this: stop treating your own life like a to-do list. I know, you're rolling your eyes a little, but stay with me. Most of us live in this constant state of rushing, We're always trying to get to the next thing. Get through the morning routine to get to work, get through the work to get to the weekend, get through the weekend to get to the next holiday. We're always somewhere other than where we actually are. And here's what nobody tells you. That rushing energy, it is completely opposite with feminine energy. Because feminine energy is the energy that experiences life. It romanticizes life. It finds beauty in the ordinary. It is present, slow, sensory, embodied, and you literally cannot access that when you're in a hurry. Think about the difference between getting ready when you have time versus getting ready when you're running late. Same task, same you, but completely different energy. One feels like self-care, one feels like stress. The shift isn't just practical, it's a decision to stop rushing through your own life, to be present in it, to actually experience it. You are not just living your life, you are creating an experience. Slow down enough to actually feel it. Give yourself more time. Wake up earlier if you need to. Space out your appointments. And when you notice that rushing energy starting, that tight pressure, I have to get this done, feeling, take a breath and ask, what would the most feminine at ease version of me do right now? The affirmation I come back to constantly, I have enough time. I'm exactly where I need to be. That's it. The second shift is about understanding something that most women have never been taught. Your energy is not infinite. Your attention is not free. Your presence is not something everyone deserves access to. A woman in her feminine energy knows her worth. Not in an arrogant way, but in a deeply grounded way. She understands that feminine energy is transformative. It is magnetic. It amplifies everything around. And therefore, not everyone and everything deserves to be amplified by her. This means being intentional about the relationships you invest in, about the conversations you participate in, about the thoughts you give your mental energy to, about the situations you stay in, even when they're long stopped serving you. A woman who knows her worth doesn't beg for things to be different. She simply decides what she will and won't give her energy to. This is not coldness. This is not playing games. This is self-respect. The most magnetic women are incredibly warm and soft on the outside, but on the inside, they're completely solid. You cannot shake them. Their standards, their boundaries, their sense of self, it is unshakable. And here's the shift that changes everything. Stop begging. Stop trying to convince people to treat you the way you deserve. Stop fighting for rooms that won't open their doors. When something isn't right, when you can feel it in your body, you resign your energy quietly, with grace, and you redirect it toward what actually deserves you. Ask yourself honestly, where in your life are you giving energy to something that isn't giving back? Where are you fighting instead of flowing? Where are you begging instead of walking away? That's where the shift needs to happen. The third shift is about letting go of control. And I say this with so much love because this one was hard for me. There's a version of hyper-independence and perfectionism that a lot of us have been carrying for years. The need to control everything, the resistance to receiving help, to receiving softness, to receiving anything we didn't earn through effort. And here's the problem. That energy is masculine. Specifically, it's the shadow side of masculine energy, rigidity, control, and the inability to flow. Feminine energy is receptive. It allows, it receives, it flows. And if you have a deep grip of every detail of your life, you're blocking the very energy you're trying to embody. Perfectionism is costing you your peace. This doesn't mean you stop caring or stop having standards. It means you stop needing everything to happen exactly the way you envisioned through your effort alone on your timeline. Practically, if someone helps you and they do it 90% the way you do it, receive it. Say thank you. Let it be enough. If plans change, flow with it. If something doesn't go the way you wanted, breathe and trust. The feminine energy lesson in this life for so many of us is learning to receive, to let go, to trust that thing can work out even when you're not controlling every detail. The shift is from I need to manage everything to I can trust the process and still receive beautiful things. The fourth shift is the one that surprised me the most and the one I think has the biggest impact on how magnetic you feel day to day. It's this: turn your energy inward. Most of us spend enormous amounts of energy focused outward, thinking about how we're being perceived, scanning the room to see if people are looking, adjusting how we act based on who's watching, seeking validation from other people's reactions, living from the outside in. And that outward focused energy, it actually diminishes your magnetism. Because the women who are truly magnetic, they're not performing for anyone, they're not scanning the room with anxious energy, they are deeply, fully present with themselves. She isn't thinking about how she looks, she is too busy being. That's what makes her magnetic. Inward energy looks like being present in your body rather than in your head, moving through a space and genuinely enjoying it rather than monitoring how you appear in it, getting your sense of okayness from inside yourself rather than how others respond to you. This is also connected to intuition. When your energy is inward, you can actually hear yourself. You can feel what's right for you. You can trust your own knowing rather than constantly outsourcing your decisions to other people's opinions. The practice is simple, but not easy. When you notice your energy pulling outward, when you catch yourself thinking, what do people think of me right now? Gently pull it back. Come back to your body. Come back to your breath. Come back to yourself. Over time, this becomes your default state. And people feel it. They can't explain it, but they feel it. The fifth shift is the one that ties everything together. And it's about a single word: trying. Most women who want to embody feminine energy are constantly trying to be feminine, trying to be magnetic, trying to be confident, trying to be her. And here's the problem with trying. Every time you tell yourself you're trying to be something, you're simultaneously confirming to yourself that you're not it yet. You're keeping yourself at a distance from the very thing you want. Just stop trying to be her. Decide that you already are. Then live from that decision. This is identity work. It's not pretending, it's not performing, it's a genuine internal decision. I'm a feminine woman, I'm magnetic, I move through the world with ease and grace. I'm already her. Feminine energy is being energy. Not doing energy, you don't think your way into it. You don't hustle your way into it. You feel your way into it. You settle into it. You allow yourself to be it. And the moment you stop trying and start being, something shifts. Not dramatically, not overnight, but quietly. In the way you carry yourself, in how you respond rather than react, in the way you occupy a room, in the standards you hold without even having to announce them. The shift is this. You stop waiting to feel like her before you act like her. You act like her first, not as a performance, but as a commitment to the woman you've already decided to become. I want to share something personal before we close, because I think a lot of you are going to relate to this. There was a period in my life where I was doing all of these things wrong, simultaneously. I was rushing through every day. I was giving my energy to situations and people that didn't deserve it. I was trying to control everything. I was completely in my head, completely focused outward, completely caught in this exhausting cycle of trying to be more, do more, become something different. And the wildest part, I thought that was what growth looked like. I thought if I just worked harder, tried harder, pushed more, eventually I'd arrive. Eventually I'd feel like her. But the shift happened when I stopped, when I got quiet, when I started treating myself like a woman worth slowing down for, when I started choosing carefully and intentionally where I put my energy, when I stopped performing and started just being. It didn't happen overnight. These shifts are not one-day transformations. They're daily decisions. Some days you nail them, some days you catch yourself halfway through rushing or people-pleasing or scanning the room for approval, and you gently redirect. And that's enough. That's the practice. The woman you're becoming isn't somewhere in the future waiting for you. She's already in you. These shifts are just how you let her out. So, to recap, the 5 mindset shifts to radiate feminine energy are: stop rushing and start experiencing your life, know the power of your energy and be intentional about who you give it to, release the perfectionism and learn to receive, turn your energy inward instead of constantly seeking outward, and stop trying to be her and decide that you already are. These aren't just tips. They're a completely different way of moving through the world. And the most you practice them, the most natural they become. The more they become just who you are. If you want more of this, more conversations about feminine energy, becoming her, building a life that feels as beautiful as it looks, subscribe. I will see you next week. Take care of yourself and dare to be her.